you're messing with her. Yeah,
What she say? It's a Brooklyn thing, you know?
Broadcasting from the BRIC Studios in Brooklyn, New York, this is the Lawman Lynch Show. And now, here's Lawman.
When I came to these United States of America 5 years ago, the idea was to be here for a month. But as people would say, stuff happens. And 5 years later, I am still here pursuing what many refer to as the American dream. The concept of the Lawman Lynch Show came about after numerous experiences, good, bad, regressive, and progressive, with individuals who have somehow been motivational forces for my development as an immigrant. And those who were strangers simply began to embed themselves, not only into my psyche, but into my heart as part of my extended family. We're about to go on a journey where we seek to not only inform, educate, and entertain, which in essence is providing the perfect edutainment package. But we're going to do much more than that. Through my life, through your life, our experiences, we seek to motivate and inspire those who join us here on a weekly basis. It is with great privilege that I welcome you all to our show. And when I say our show, I mean that sincerely. This is our show, your views, your opinions, our stories. Welcome, my friends. Well, welcome now to the Lawman Lynch Show family. They may not have been born with silver spoons in their mouths. Their parents are not celebrities, and growing up in their households came with unique challenges. But the young people we are going to be speaking with today are inspirational, they are progressive, and slowly but surely they are paving a positive path for themselves and their families. Today, on our show, we feature Elischua Augustave and Aikea Thornhill, two young people from Brooklyn, New York, who are youth on fleek. Now, you know, you're all clapping, but let's be honest. Some of you watching may not know what on fleek means. So let me explain. It's almost perfection. Being and looking perfect. Simply, they are youth on point, youth on a mission. Today, we're going to be speaking with them about what makes them laugh, what makes them cry, and what motivates them. We will discuss the challenges they are faced with on a daily basis, how they are dealing with these challenges, but most importantly, how they continuously overcome the different obstacles they face in their lives. Prepare yourselves to be wowed, motivated, and inspired. We'll be right back.
I feel inspired. This show is suited for the young, the not so young, and the more mature. Everyone can watch it. On the Lawman Lynch Show, they discuss so many issues that affect us on a daily basis. Tune in and enjoy.
Welcome back to our show. We have here with us today, and I'm very, very happy to have them, Aikea Thornhill and Elischua Augustave. And saying Elischua Augustave kind of throws me off because they're both my friends. And I often refer to Elischua as Curly. You know, which do you prefer? Just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But Elischua, I know you're from Haiti. That's where you were born, and then you eventually migrated to the United States. What was the transition like? First of all, tell me, what was it like growing up in Haiti?
Growing up in Haiti, it makes the experience that you go through helps you throughout your life. So, growing up in Haiti made me well-grounded. To know what I used to have and what I don't have, and migrating to a country to know what I have and have to take that and make it a long way for me. Right,
so it's like the standard of living is a little bit different. And so on. At what age did you come to America?
I came to America at the age, I was 10 years old.
Okay, pretty young. And you came directly to New York?
No, I moved to Florida first, then I moved to New York.
What age you came to New York?
I came to New York at the age of 14.
14.
14.
Teenager, so you went like straight into high school.
No, I came to 8th grade, then went to high school.
Went to high school. Aikea, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, you don't have that experience of growing up in a different country or anything. What was it like? You're born in New York.
Yes.
You went to school in
Yes.
New York
Whole
and all
life,
of that.
yeah.
What was your experience like growing up as a teenager? Because you're no longer teens now. You're still
19.
you're 19, going on 20. But what was it like growing up as a toddler, preteen, teenager in New York?
Well, I would have to agree with Curly to some extent. Even though we're from different backgrounds, I would say that where I've come from molded me to be the person I am today. Growing up as a child, I could say I wasn't the richest. I could say that my family didn't have everything or that we needed or even wanted at times. But my mother was, she put herself in a place to where like she would never allow me or even my sisters to
Be in need
or see that struggle that she was facing or that we was facing. But you understand what I mean?
Right, I understand. You said your mother. Was your father in?
My father wasn't in the picture. at
So
all.
basically, you were raised by a single mom.
A single mom.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 other siblings.
3 others. Okay, and she basically. I met both of them. We basically worked at the same place, and you were both high school mentors, working with children, working with young people. And they exerted themselves as individuals who, are very inspirational to those who they work with. And I remember watching you teach a class with some 4th and 5th graders. I'm going to speak about it in a little bit, but you're in college now.
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Accounting.
Accounting. Why accounting?
Because I like solving a puzzle, and I feel like accounting is a puzzle.
Right.
So that's why. And math.
Well, Curly was Elischua Augustave was a high school mentor, working with 4th and 5th graders. But we also had group leaders. And I saw her teach a math class one day as a high schooler. And I just wanted to fire the group leader. I really had no use for because she was so clear. So from then I knew that she had a skill, not only to teach, but she had that good rapport with young people. Aikea was my assistant, but what inspires you? Young people inspires me, youth development inspires me, community development inspires me, music inspires me. What inspires you both?
I'll answer first. What inspires me? People. To be quite simple. I think, what inspires me the most is that a person trying to be their best at, no matter, a person trying to be their best, no matter what their circumstances
are. Right.
By any means necessary, they are going full speed ahead.
Once those means are positive.
Once those means are positive, of course.
Right.
A person going full speed ahead, no matter what their circumstances are, to better themselves and people around them.
Right.
And the people around them.
Yeah, your circle, I've always believed that, your circle is very, very important. If you sleep with dogs,
you get up with fleas.
You get up with fleas. And my mother used to say, show me a company, I tell you who you are. It's not always correct in the grand scheme of things, but if you look at it, simplistically, it makes sense. What inspires you, Curly?
My parents inspires me because even though
And you live with mom and dad?
Yeah, mom and dad. Even if they're at the lowest point, they don't make you see it, but we know. But they don't show us. It's like they go for it. They motivate you to do better for yourself because you can only get better. It's you that makes yourself get worse.
Right.
So you could always get better.
Right. You see why they inspire me? Like I'm inspired right now. I peruse the streets of New York often. Not doing anything bad, but I do peruse the streets of New York often, and I often see a lot of young people. They just seem lost. And I don't discriminate. Maybe I'm going to be the least discriminatory individual you'll ever meet. But sometimes my heart really bleeds, especially when I see some of our young black brothers and sisters on the road. It's like they're wasting their lives, you know, they're wasting their time. What's your take on young people who just seems lost, you know, probably dropped out of high school, smoking all day, drinking?
Stop letting others influence you and try to find something that will make you strive to do something better for yourself, because the people we keep around us will either bring us down or bring us up.
It's true. I used to think that I know that the environment has a lot to do with it, and like you said, other people, which is peer pressure. I always say to people, like, going through high school, I've always heard the term peer pressure, and being the little rebellious individual that I was, I'm like, if people can pressure me, why I can't pressure people? You know, so the same way you experience peer pressure, I mean, young people out there, you can pressure your peers to do what you think is right, even though sometimes the right is not always the coolest. You know, Aikea, for example, you grew up, well, you're living in Marcy.
Yes.
You don't mind me telling you where, don't go find him now.
Please.
So you're in Marcy, and would you consider yourself to be, you know, a cut above the rest in terms of other individuals your age? And mark you, let's not put a stigma on the projects, because some very good people live in the projects. You know, there's this stigma on the projects that really annoys me. Doesn't it annoy you? It really annoys me. Aikea is from the projects. I mean, he came out totally fine. When I was living in Jamaica, I live in the ghetto. And come on, am I not smear? I'm not doing too badly, you know. So what's your advice to those who believe that, well, I'm already here, where I live is already, you know, there's already a stigma on where I live, so might as well I give up? What's your advice?
Dare to be different. Dare to be different. I remember growing up, my grandma would always say to me, it would be easy to follow the crowd, but sometimes in life it's best to take the lonely road. It's gonna be lonely, but at the end of the day, like Curly said, there's no one there to really influence your thoughts. So every mistake or every, I don't necessarily consider mistakes. I just think that they're learning opportunities. Right. Every learning opportunity will be based on you. There'll be nobody to influence you whatsoever.
Okay, good, very good. We go for a short break. We'll be back.
Watching the Lawman Lynch Show is like a breath of fresh air. I really look forward to the topics, the guests, and of course our handsome host. It's like no other show on TV. Forget about the Springer guy and the how you doing. This show has substance that I enjoy, and you too will truly enjoy it.
Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to our show. We're having a wonderful discussion with Curly and Aikea. I have to say it again that I'm happy that you both are here. And for those who don't know, well, if you're just joining us, this is my very, very, very first show, and I wanted to speak with young people, you know, people who inspire me, and hopefully, well, I'm sure that you are also inspiring those who are listening and those who are watching. What are some of your objectives now at your age, where you're at in life? What are your goals now, Curly?
My goal is to hopefully in 4 years graduate college and go.
Tap. Hopefully.
I never know.
Nah, you're going to graduate in 4 years, right?
And be successful within my career,
right,
and to be able to provide for myself and for my family.
Exactly, because I'm going to need an accountant, you know. So that's your goal, your objective, and you know what? You're going to make it. You're going to succeed. You're going to be successful, not only for you but for your family. You know, your siblings, your parents, and as you said, growing up in Haiti, they already instilled that within you to succeed. Aikea?
Well, some of my goals are, well, I want to further my education. I want to be in a space where there's continuous learning throughout my life. And finally, to be, put myself in a place to where I could have an impact on a large amount of people in a positive way.
And as you mentioned, having an impact on a large amount of people, you also work in youth and community development, and never negate the impact that you have already. Once you work with children, which you both are doing or have done, they'll never forget. However you treat a child, they'll never forget. If you treat them properly, they're going to remember. If you treat them badly, trust and believe, they're going to remember. And viewers, these two young people, Aikea and Curly, have been doing an excellent job helping to mold the lives of our children. What's some of your advice to not only children, young people your age, but to people in general?
My advice to young people would be, and I don't want to sound like I'm tooting your horn because I'm sitting on your talk show, but I think that young people need to be around with people like you, Lawman, in the sense that responsible adults, adults that are furthering themselves by any means necessary. I think once young people have somebody like that in their lives, they can never fail.
Yeah, well, I mean, join me every week and around me, you know. I can be in your, I'll be in your living rooms or your bedrooms every week. Curly.
My advice to young people would be set goals for yourself. If you can, write them down on a note and say, I want to do this, accomplish this, this is next, and then wake up and actually go for it and do it.
Make sure they're attainable, though.
Yeah, in America, it's full with opportunity. It's you just take it and you go.
Tell me about it. Thank you very, very much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I take this opportunity to thank Elischua and Aikea for joining me here today. Was really happy to have them. It was a great conversation. The former Secretary General of the United Nations, Kofi Annan, and by the way, this is one of my all-time favorite quotes from Kofi Annan. He once stated that the nation that cuts itself from its youth severs its lifeline. Let me repeat that. A nation that cuts itself from its youth severs its lifeline. In essence, we have to invest in our children and our young people. We have to give a listening ear to their concerns, their dreams and aspirations. Today's show was a perfect example of young people who give us hope for the future. As much as there are negatives happening in the world, my guests today, who I am happy to call friends, are a perfect example of what a bright future looks like. As we love to say here on the show, and you'll be hearing it for a couple weeks, a couple years probably, be the best you. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.
What she sing? It's a Brooklyn thing, you know?
Boy, you know I'm messing with her. Boy, you know I'm messing with her. I'm messing with her. Boy, you know I'm messing with her. You know I'm messing with her. Boy, you know I'm messing with her. I'm messing with her. right. It'd be a mistake if you start a fight. I'll be there for you when you need. Cause I'm messing with her. I'm messing with her. I'm messing with her. I'm messing with her. You know I'm messing with her.